We back. We back. We back. Chat, how we doing today? How we doing? I'm all good on my end. Just want to double check everything. How's everybody doing today? What's good? What's good? Good to see all of you guys in here. Hope you all had a solid weekend. And I hope you guys are all ready for a new week. I'm gonna get my earphones plugged in here. 1 second. Oh, I'm getting feedback on my mix amp. My apologies. One second. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end over here. One moment. Wow, chat's going crazy. Yo, good to see all of you guys in here. Good to see all of you in here. All right. I think I'm good on my end. Okay, cool. Let's go, guys. Good to see all of you in here. Hi, Core. Max, Farid, Abadi. Good to see all of you guys. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Ready for a new week. What'd you guys get up to this weekend? Who put that time in the charts? Who got some back testing in? Who took the time to review their week? Right? If you're making mistakes last week, the weekend is the time to review all those mistakes. See why those mistakes are occurring. And learn from them, right? That's what, especially in my learning stages, guys, I use the weekends to review the whole week, review all my trades, and review my journal, okay? And I hope that's something you guys all do, is review your journal, because journaling your trades is very, very important, but a lot of people think it's not important for some reason. So I hope you guys are journaling your trades, and it's not only journaling, but reviewing them at the end of the week. Backtested a few assets and saw the settings. That's good, that's good, that's good. How are we? Anything solid on the charts? We're going to have to take a look. We'll get right into it, though. Of course, we got our beautiful sponsors. The usual, my left, right? Right there. There we go. Funded Next, CFD, you guys know. If you guys are trade CFDs, Funded Next is definitely the go-to right now. I can promise you that. And then we got all the great sponsors of Apex, TradeZella, the best tools. If you guys aren't using TradeZella, I don't know what you're doing, by the way. Because if you guys need a back test, if you guys need to collect data, TradeZella is the one to use and go to. And of course, Market Journal for all of your news. You guys got everything you need within ChartFanatics. What do you not have that's in ChartFanatics? Tell me that. I actually don't even know. I can't hear the music on my end, which is no fun, because I like listening to the music with you guys. So I'm gonna have to ask the team why I can't hear it quick, because it is. Can you guys hear the music on your end? And if you can hear the music, is my mic volume okay? Just want to make sure I'm not annoying any of you guys with the music volume and all that. Forget about the music. You sound good. Damn, bro. Music is okay for me? Listen, the music brings the vibe, so there's no worries, no stress. Okay, let's hop right into some charts over here. Cool. Cool. I just need to move my cam a bit. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Cool. I still struggle with what liquidity price is heading for and what to target. Keep studying, CJ Lee. Nothing comes easy, especially if you guys are starting to learn new concepts. Like if you guys are, not even my strategy, just a new strategy as a whole. You have to understand that if certain individuals are finding success in a strategy, it's not because it's the golden key and it's something anybody can pick up on in a week's time. It's just not how it works, right? So if you are learning something new, give it time, practice. Consistency and repetition is the most important, and apply it on a daily basis. Sorry, the team is sending me some directions on my end. Bear with me. I think, is this? Yeah, it's not working. It's all good. No music for me today. Send a signal. I'm going to try my best to send you guys a signal today. Okay, so let's hop on the charts and look at, we had a big move Friday, guys. Big move. Across, honestly, all my assets, but a big bullish move to the upside. So I'm going to be honest, I'm viewing this as a complete false move to the upside on the higher time frame. So if you guys can see, look what we did literally most of the week last week. Okay, setting up all these internal highs. Tuesday, Wednesday, then Wednesday we had that big sell-off in New York. Okay, grabbing this low from the left, which we can mark out. Okay, after we did that, we kind of ranged in here for a bit. Okay, below these highs to the left-hand side. So kind of respecting these highs, creating all this liquidity at the highs over here. And then respecting the lows. And then we had this big bullish move to the upside. But think of the purpose of this big bullish move to the upside. This big 1 hour candle we had. Okay, big bullish move to the upside, grabbing all of these highs. Right, you can see anybody that was trying to short below these highs have now been taken out or trapped, however you want to view it, right? So overall, I do believe we can see a move back to the downside. We have a lot of imbalance to the downside as well. Overall, we could see previous weekly low revisited. It's not out of the question for me. Obviously, we are trading very high still on the higher time frame, so the lower we'll get, the more convinced I'll be. Right? If we can get some more highs built, we run those highs and get that continuation to the downside, etc. But for now, I'm going to be pointing my finger to the downside. And then if we look on the daily, we are pointing out these lows. Remember these lows on NQ. I believe these lows are still in the cards. So we'll have to wait and see how this week unfolds. However, I'm going to stick with this for now until I can see something otherwise, see something different. But that's what I see on NQ right now. The music is okay, perfect. Volume's good, nice, good to hear, good to hear. Any analysis for XAU? We'll get to gold. We'll get to gold. Marco, what's a few of your key rules you follow towards your trading plan? I will always long below lows and short above highs. I need to be trading within my window, my timing window. If price action is being delivered outside of it, it's irrelevant to me. Make sure I'm following my risk plan all the time. So my risk plan could be different from yours. That's important. When you get TradeZella, do you also need a subscription for TradingView? No, you do not. TradeZella is completely separate. You can do everything on TradeZella itself. Marco, do you ever manifest for your success? I mean, I guess so. I guess. I just always believed in working my ass off. So even if I wasn't seeing results, I believe I was always good at continuing to work my ass off until I did see results. It really didn't bother me in the beginning, the early stage. Well, I mean, I don't want to say it didn't bother me. Of course, it's going to get frustrating at times. But it was important to keep the long-term vision in check. So yes, even when I wasn't seeing results, I was still showing up and okay guys, when I say every single day, I'm not kidding. Every single day. Even now, being someone that makes money from the market on a consistent basis, I can promise you, I am still showing up every single day. If I'm not at my computer, like if I'm kind of busy, I'm out of the house, I'm still updated on the charts. Okay, whether I have my laptop with me or whether I did like a pre-market markup and I have alerts set from my phone, I am always updated. I'm showing up on a daily basis, and this has been going on for years and years. But going back to my early stages, when I wasn't making money from trading yet, I believe it's very, very important to still show up every single day, even when the results are not showing. Okay, in the shitty times, in the bad times, in the rough times. always find some sort of liquidity on both sides. If I look for it, do you have a rule for what liquidity should take first? So everybody always asks this question of what liquidity needs to go first. There's no direct and immediate answer for that. There really isn't. Like, it's such a broad question. Any views for upside? It's possible. So that's what I was going to touch on for NQ as well. As we've left PDH, right? We've left previous daily. I can't talk English. Previous daily high, aka Friday's high. So not out of the question. Really isn't. You could see something along the lines of a pullback, run the highs, and then get a short. That's not impossible. That's why we're just going to take it through the session, right? I'm going to react to my timings. I'll react to stock open. I'll react to 10 a.m. I'll react to all these things and see what price looks like, okay? You have to understand that a lot of my trading, guys, a lot of my style is waiting for traps to occur, right? And usually these traps occur at these timings, these specific times I look for. So stock open, and then sometimes again at 10 a.m., all these different things. So I wait for these times because they're my timing window. It's part of my plan. And then I'll be looking for a trade around then, right? I'm not just going to look to trade whenever and wherever. I want to backtest and set alarms for forward testing. Should I get TradeZella or TradingView? I think I would say both. I feel like TradingView isn't that important to get the subscription for, because even for myself, I think the only thing I get out of it is alerts. And even that, like, I don't use it a whole lot. So what is your average win rate? I would say, we've talked about this a lot, but in different conditions, I'll give you guys a range. I'm always going to give you a range because in some conditions I'm trading very well. Some are very rough. So 35 to 60%, and 60% on them very, very high end. Like, that's when you're going through like a winning streak, right? But yeah, that's it on NQ right now. On an intraday basis, I can show you this quick. We are building liquidity above this high, right? That's why I have it marked off. Really simple. Okay, and right now, look what we've done. We have come into this area, tapped into it, moved away, and on top of that, we've ran this internal low, okay, which induces sellers. So sellers want to take this thing lower from this area again. I will not trade from that. So I need to see price above these highs at the minimum. So in and around over 23,504 area. Ideally, at least. Okay, world info. Liquidity block with an example. Tell us now. Liquidity block, guys, is very, very simple, very straightforward. High taken, and we move away. That's it. That's literally it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Tyler is in here, guys. TG Capital. Brother Tyler. Listen, Tyler, love you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in real quick. All love to the GOAT, Tyler. Mr. Tyler is going to be on, I think his schedule doesn't change. He's on Wednesday this week, I believe. And mods can confirm that for me. But I believe Tyler is on Wednesday this week. So if you guys are free Wednesday, definitely tune in to Mr. Tyler's stream. Disgusting trader. Solid dude. Funny ass dude. But all love to Mr. Tyler. He says, let's talk, more trade. What do you think, guys? Should we full port some accounts today? Love you, pal. Love you too, bro. All love always. All love always. Did you have a mentor, and how long did it take to become profitable? I did have a mentor kind of when I was learning previous systems. When I designed this one, the way I trade today, I did not. Everything was basically self-taught through experience, consistency, and repetition. Just raw experience on the charts, to be honest. I think mentors are important, though. I think it can speed up the process. They'll show you. It all depends, though. Like, you need to make sure you're getting mentored by someone proper, right? Professional, not just some random Joe that says he can trade and he's just taking your money. So obviously the proper mentor is important. I think it can speed up the process. Like I was just saying, they can show you the mistakes they've made that you can avoid. kind of guide you along the way. So yeah, I guess you could say having a mentor is important. It's not necessary, like it, meaning you don't need one to see profitability, but it could help you for sure. It could help specific individuals. Some people don't need them at all. Some people maybe need them to see results. So everybody's different, I'd say. Since you're targeting the lows, you wait for sellers to get trapped? Always. If I'm looking to short, I want to see some sort of sellers trapped, aka liquidity run, right? High Course says, question, Marco, what's one way you celebrate small wins to boost more morale without becoming complacent? I think it's important to stay level-headed at all times. Yes, wins will come in the way of maybe just a trade win on its own, or like a recent milestone of passing a challenge, receiving a payout. And it's good to give yourself a pat on the back and like look and see how far you've come. For sure, it gives you a good perspective. But at the same time, you almost want that perspective of like, what's that Kobe saying he used to always say is like, job not done, right? And like it's good to, again, celebrate those wins, but then lock back in. Like there's always going to be the next day, right? Always going to be the next goal, which you guys should always have. Like, don't get comfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Meaning, always set another goal for yourself. Always work towards something else. I'll do a vlog with Mr. Clean for my YouTube channel. Yes, sir. But I'm coming out to Miami in November. I'm going to be hanging out with the brother Tyler. It's going to be a good time, bro. I'm looking forward to Miami in November, honestly. I love coming down to Florida. I'm usually down in Florida quite a bit in the winter months. Wifey says 200 people in here already. Let's go. We already got 200 live viewers in here. Come on. We haven't even hit stock open yet. Yo, if you guys can do me a massive favor before we continue looking through any charts, like the stream. Like the stream. It helps us. It helps you guys, because the more likes we get, the more giveaways we can do. All right? So do me that quick favor. Smash the thumbs up. Smash the like button. Share the stream if you haven't already. Again, it helps us, but it also helps you guys. All right? Free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? Tell me. After the liquidity swept, what is your confirmation for entry? I don't need a confirmation for entry. It all depends what's on the left side. I need to be trading from a liquidity block. Marco, I took a short on... Okay, you know what? Let's go take a look at gold. A lot of people are asking me about gold, so let's see. Higher time frame. Same kind of situation. But listen, this is when it gets tricky sometimes, because I don't like correlating things. But, however, typically gold and the indices don't move the same direction. And we did on Friday, which is a little bit trippy. But, yeah, big bullish move. Very, very similar to YM and NQ. Big bullish move on Friday on the higher time frames. And we've had a pullback ever since, off the back of printing that high on Friday. We've had a pullback, okay? And gold kind of had a sell through New York Open. After taking a 4-hour high, we tapped into this area to the left. Okay, tapped into this area and sold off, grabbing some internal lows. Okay, and it looks like we're going long now, so... Gold, I'm kind of sidelined on. You have to understand, guys, is typically when we have big moves in the market like this, I am not really trading too much because I want to see liquidity built again for myself. Okay, which we're starting to get on an intraday basis. But again, massive move on Friday. And when I mean massive, like, look what gold did. From low to high, you're looking at 600 ticks to the upside, which is crazy. So, again, we'll see. I think maybe gold can continue higher just based off raw price action in the higher time frames. If we look on the... We are trading below this high to the left as well. We kind of respected that. Yeah. Interesting spot as well on gold. So, again, we'll have to wait and see. We'll look and see what timing's looking like. As of right now, I don't like anything in gold right now. I know someone said they're in the short, but nothing too interesting. That is my insight on gold, though, right now. I'll always let you guys know. If I see something nice, I'll preach it. But as of right now, nothing looks too nice. So, and it is what it is. we'll have to wait here on NQ though. We got 9 minutes till stock open. All right, so maybe something can cook up at stock open. Usually get that wiki kind of high volume price action. Even Tyler says, I don't like anything on the charts so far today. Boring ass day. Is it a coincidence, guys? That 2 experienced traders don't like anything? Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Bear with me, guys. If I'm sniffling and stuff like that, I have allergies. So, again, I'm getting my ass kicked by these allergies. Let me take a look at chat. Why did you start trading in my life? I mean, I feel like just for anybody, most people in here at least, is I started trading for financial freedom. All right, I wanted to just, I wanted to stop working for somebody, work for myself, work on my own terms. That's where it all started, and of course for financial freedom. And then I feel like as I learned more, spent more time in trading, I actually developed like a love for it. And I guess you could say, yeah, I definitely love trading. I love what I do. I love looking at the charts. I love trading as a whole. It's honestly changed myself, meaning it's instilled very, very good habits. Like for example, before I had I didn't really have a lot of discipline in my life. And I feel like trading will show you your weaknesses, and it will show you your weaknesses quite quick. Gold is still in a range on the higher time frame. I wouldn't say really it's in a range anymore, but yeah, it doesn't look too pretty. Marco, is finding an edge in trading very important? Quasi, yes, I would definitely say finding an edge in trading is very important. If you don't have an edge, then you don't really have that plan. You don't really have that system, right? And if you guys listen to a lot of the podcasts Riz does, these highly experienced traders talk about how important edge is all the time. All right, so don't neglect that. If we get a short on NQ, what could be the target? I'm thinking the target is very low on the higher time frames. However, we don't really have a lot of intraday price action to go off of again. So that's why I'm a little bit skeptical, a little bit like I'm stepping carefully right now. All right, when I don't have a lot of intraday price action in front of me, when I don't have a lot of intraday liquidity in front of me, then how am I supposed to trade, right? All I can see right now on an intraday perspective are these lows. That's it. That's literally it. $220. Yeah, wow. We're getting up there already, guys. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Listen, I hope you guys all had an awesome weekend. Welcome to a new week. I'm going to be streaming here on ChartFanatics today and tomorrow this week, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, both days. Quickly, if I can pull up, I just want to take a look at the news with you guys real quick. Today we have a bank holiday in the UK, and then tomorrow, no news. What does news look like the rest of the week? No news on Wednesday. We got a little bit of news on Thursday, and a little bit on Friday. So nothing crazy, but still feel like we'll get some good opportunity this week. It's always nice if there's good opportunity, but the perspective of this is we don't need good opportunity every week. It's not going to come every week. That's the reality of trading. So yes, we're going to show up every single day because that's our job, right? You want to show up every single day because if there is a setup on a day you don't show up, you're going to beat yourself up for it. So show up every single day. Does not mean we're going to be trading every single day though. Mateo, thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you. Wifey says my favorite show. It better be your favorite show. Your only show. I'm playing. I'm not interested in today either. Mondays are usually mirrors showing us what the week will do. Yeah, Mondays typically aren't the cleanest days to trade. Not usually the cleanest. So, meh, we'll see. Not my favorite days, to be honest with you. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's been times on Mondays where there's been some really clean trades. So, again, you just gotta take it for what it is. Some days are gonna be great. Some days won't be. That's it. For anybody new in here, we'd much appreciate if you guys can toss thumbs up on this stream. Share the stream. like I said, guys, it helps us, but not only does it help us, it helps you guys. The more likes, the more giveaways. And I think Riz is in here right now. Smash that like button for Marco to get into a trade. This guy thinks thumbs up is going to put me into trade. No, but jokes aside, guys, if you haven't already, toss a thumbs up. It helps us, but it helps you guys because Riz is in here now, which means the more likes we get, the more giveaways he does. The more accounts he's going to give away. The more subscriptions to TradeZella he's going to give away. So, toss those likes. Euro had such bullish movement on Friday. I can't find any directional bias. That's fine. That is completely fine, guys. If you guys can't find a bias, there's no problem with waiting. I know it's hard. It's hard. It's hard sometimes. Not a lot of people can do it. But patience pays, guys. Patience pays. You do not need to be in a trade every single day. Do you think these veteran traders, these traders that trade 7, 8, 9 figures, show up to the charts every single day needing to take a trade? No. That is not how they trade. They trade when there's a setup. Okay, they trade when their edge is in play. That is it. Marco, you're on tomorrow as well, correct? Yes, Taylor, I am on tomorrow as well. Monday and Tuesday for myself this week. We have a little bit of a change up in schedule this week. So, yes. Today and tomorrow are my days on ChartFanatics this week. So, if you guys want to hang out, the rest of the day today and then again on Tuesday tomorrow. Same time, 9 a.m. is the live trading times. We have NQ approaching the highs. Nothing pretty right now. We'll have to wait and see. I am keeping an eye on how we're building though. If you guys take a look at these lows, we are building as we start to trade up, which is good to see. How giveaway will be given. We will be doing giveaways the more viewers and the more likes we get on stream. So again, do your part. If you haven't liked the stream already, I'm pretty sure, I mean, there must be a glitch, right? We have like 240 live viewers and 115 likes. There's got to be something wrong on my end, no? That means half the people in here haven't even liked the stream yet. I'm confused. Taylor says, can you post more on Twitter when live streams are going to happen? I think we post quite a bit on Twitter and on socials when live streams happen. But for the most part, there's a live stream every single day, guys. Monday through Thursday. And then I believe the team is working on finding a plan for the Fridays as well. But that's for the future. For now, Monday through Thursday, every single day we'll be on stream. It's almost been 6 months and I did not trade with money. My whole focus is about learning. Any advice? Keep at it. 6 months is not a long time, bro. So keep at it. Consistency and repetition. Learn. Make mistakes. Making mistakes in the early stages is important. And remember that. Because the more mistakes you make, the more you'll learn. Right? And the more you learn, the more you grow. It's like literally a chain reaction. So it's important. It's important. Take trades. Make mistakes in the early stages. Again, you have to make sure you identify what kind of stage you're in right now, right? Are you learning? Are you making a little bit of money? Are you in like a break-even phase? Weird day to trade today, to be honest. Yeah, I agree, Ahmed. Nothing pretty so far. I'm not gonna lie though, there's sometimes where I hop on the computer in the morning, there's nothing pretty, and then as the session unfolds, something nice comes. So we'll have to wait and see. Simon says, on weekends and on days like today, I prefer to backtest and get the repetition. That is no problem at all. I like that. I like that. If you don't see anything, if your edge is not in play, then that's fine. You don't need to be staring at the computer. I know a lot of you guys in here struggled with that though, right? You hop on the computer, you don't see anything nice, and yet you're still wanting to trade, right? You're still looking for trades, still looking for opportunity, but you don't like anything. You're kind of just like forcing yourself to trade. No bueno, not good. We got stock open coming in right now, 9:30. Spiking highs out. Let's see the hourly, what we're looking like. Coming into the highs right now. We'll see what kind of price action. I believe we can get some sort of reaction in this area we're in right now. So we'll see what PA looks like. We'll even honestly sit on the 1 minute for now, honestly. See what kind of PA we get. Spike into this area. Again, look, we're trading above these highs, right? So we've trapped sellers on a intraday perspective. Doesn't mean we're going to automatically short out of here. It could, but understand that sellers were taking shorts below these highs, so below this high here, and we've now just taken them out. Okay, getting a little bit of a rejection right now, but we'll wait and see what happens here. It is 1 minute into the open. Gold, nothing pretty right now. Continue to monitor. Look at that reaction we're getting right now. Wow, wow, wow. Chop sellers, and man, look at this candle. I believe that was a 1 minute candle. Look at that. Look at that. So price has now come down, taking out these lows. Yeah, that's basically all I can see right now, unfortunately. Question, Marco, what's one sign of mental fatigue you watch out for? I mean, okay, so a good rule I would tell you guys right now is 2 trades. And 2 trades per day, meaning you don't need anything more than that. Because, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this, but after you take, let's just say you took two trades and they're both losses. You can probably feel in your head emotions creeping in, frustrations creeping in, okay? And it's almost, you feel like mental, you feel some sort of mental fatigue, right? At least for myself, I do. So I know, based off my experience, that nothing really good comes after I take 2 losses, especially 2 losses in a row. So that is usually a time to shut down the computer. Okay? Shut down the charts. No more trading. That's like a really important rule set for me. Especially because then a lot of emotions are going to be involved in your trading. So no bueno after that. So kind of find what works for you. Some people maybe can handle a little bit more. Some people maybe less. 1 trade per day. I've just found what works for me and stuck with it. So I know that if I ever take 2 losses in a row, I'm donezo. Review EU, bro. I will in a short while, guys. I just want to see what happens here on NQ. If you check out, let me see. On an hourly perspective, look what we've done here. Look at that wick we're now leaving to the upside, right? Taking out all of these hourly highs, tapping into this area I have marked out, and we get that big rejection down. So, yes, with the benefit of hindsight, you could have said we could have entered up here. However, I wasn't so confident. That's why I'm not in it right now, which is fine. YM, probably, are we following suit? No, we're not following suit on YM right now. However, YM does look even more ugly, so let's see. Sometimes it's fine to just wait for a day to print out, and then maybe the rest of the session will be more clear, or the rest of the coming days will be more clear. I don't feel comfortable with another instrument but NQ. Should I try and hop to another if there's manipulation day or no setup? So it's completely up to you, man. It really is. And that's like the best answer, because some people are okay with trading only 1 pair. Some people have multiple and they're okay with it. So again, these are kind of things where it just, you got to find what works for you. For myself, I have 3: NQ, YM, and gold. And I've just stuck to that. However, I have 3 does not mean I'm usually, sometimes I'll flick through them for you guys, right, to check what's happening. But for myself, I kind of have a good idea of what I'm going to be looking at for the session, and I stick to it. Okay. However, if there's a new asset you're adding to your watch list, I definitely recommend testing it, live testing it, back testing it. So hop into TradeZella, use the back testing feature. And not only that, like monitor it on a daily basis, right? Monitor it for a couple weeks, live conditions, see what it looks like. Saeed says, which time frame do you use for marking liquidity pools? I use all time frames, bro. All time frames. Listen, guys, I'm interested to see what this thing does on a higher time frame perspective. I would not be against PDH getting swept out. However, It does not need to be, okay? Because this is one of those situations where, and this is, I don't want to say it's a difficult one, but it happens quite a bit, where we have taken out everything I wanted to take out to the left-hand side. However, current price action, okay, sometimes needs to induce higher once more. And then the short occurs. Okay, so that's just my experience, understanding that sometimes this does occur. It does not need to. I'm just staying aware of all possibilities right now because we still have previous daily high. Okay, and ideally it would have been really nice to see maybe Asia spiked it out and then the short occurred. Does not need to, because again, the most important thing here is these highs getting taken out. Okay. On a higher time frame perspective, I do believe the shorts will prevail. So we'll see. Wifey says, Mama says hi. The mother-in-law says hi. Tell Mommy I said hi as well. Marco, so monitoring price action right now on NQ, would you want to see price due to gain interest in long or short? Listen, guys, I want to see liquidity. That's it. I want to see liquidity. If I don't have an idea of where NQ is going right now. I literally don't. So if I don't have an idea, I'm not going to trade, right? I need to see liquidity built in the market for myself to take an entry. So yes, on a scalp perspective, you could have said maybe a short here to these lows. Why these lows? Because there was liquidity built at these lows. Okay. Now that the lows are taken out, price could run bullish, right? So in order for me to take a long, though, I can't just enter a long off an engulfing or something like that. I need to wait for a confirmation-based entry, right? And all we've done is swept the lows and gone long. And that doesn't meet any sort of entry protocol for myself, right? I can't just take a buy like this, my stop below. It just does not work with my system. Okay, and I know that kind of trading can be very risky. So we'll wait and see. We are trading below 4-hour low. We have taken out buyers on a very smaller time frame. NQ is not easy to trade. I feel like nothing is easy to trade. However, I do believe NQ is actually quite clean though. It is one of my favorite, probably, if not my favorite. NASDAQ, should I buy? Guys, I'm not buying nothing. You'll see. If I'm entering something, I'll let you guys know. So if you're in a trade, listen, it could go long. And from a liquidity perspective, it probably will. However, you have to understand that I have a whole system in play for myself, right? If there's no entry, meaning some sort of entry model or something from the left-hand side that will allow me to take an entry, then I won't be in the trade, right? And that's just how it is. Yes, I can call the direction to a T sometimes, but if my entry protocol isn't there, then I'm not in it. Can you backtest on TradingView? Yeah, you can use the replay tool up here and backtest. It's a lot cleaner on TradeZella though, like a lot cleaner. And you can rewind to like previous years, right? 2024, 2023, etc. You can go back all the way to 2015 if you want. Do you find it difficult going into earnings this week as well with NVIDIA coming out? Dude, I have no idea. I don't follow fundamentals like that, to be honest with you, Taylor. I am just a look at the candles kind of person. All right, guys, 4-hour low taken. Okay, and I mean, look at the highs. So, not out of the question. Not out of the question. We'll stay on. The 5 minutes kind of even squeezed up. We'll stay on the 1 minute for now, honestly, guys. Indiana says, what is your current win rate? My win rate ranges, I'll always give it a range of 35% to like 50s or even 60% sometimes. When a higher, okay, so the thing is, guys, when a higher time frame setup is intact for me, and I'm consistently just riding the lower time frames up to my higher time frame target, that's when trading is very, very easy for me. Okay, However, when the higher time frame doesn't really provide me a setup, then I kind of take it day by day, right? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So some conditions it's very high, some conditions it's lower. My main focus isn't win rate though. My main focus is always just keeping it as simple as possible, making sure my losses are smaller than my wins. That's it. That is literally it. Marco, how frequent does a setup appear for myself? It could be anywhere from every single day sometimes. And then sometimes there's not a trade. Like for example, last week, Monday and Tuesday, no trade. Wednesday, I made like $6,000. Okay, so Monday and Tuesday there was no trade, right? And that's just, it is what it is sometimes. The important part is following my system, trusting my system. There's not going to be a trade every single day. Sometimes there is, very, very rarely. Just going to keep it myself updated on the charts right now, guys. One moment here. However, we have just respected the high. I'm going to mark this out as a red area. Not an area I'll be trading from. The most important thing to your strategy, Mr. Father, the most important component to my strategy is liquidity. So, and again, I always say that, and I probably sound like a broken record. My favorite setup to take, it's a setup I titled it a Da Vinci setup, and it's literally just a continuation model. Meaning, I'll give you guys an example of that. So if I'm bullish, okay, I've seen this sell move happen to the downside. However, I still have a higher time frame. Let's use a line here. I still have a higher time frame target, this black line here. And then I understand we're bullish now, right? I want to be buying. I want to be buying this asset because I'm viewing this sell move from high to low as false. All right? I'm looking to buy back up. So what I want to happen is the highs to be respected. If the highs are respected, there's now a continuation model in play for myself. Okay, so again, I'm bullish, but highs are being respected. What does that mean for myself? Continuation. And that's when I start looking for buys. These are my favorite setups. Very, very high strike rate. Very, very high. They don't always come, but when they do, they're my favorite setups to take. Let's see what gold's doing. Gold took out some internal lows. Okay. If you can look at this, right? Gold respected this area at the lows here. Boom. And we've gone long out of there. Again, I believe if I had to point my finger towards a direction, guys, the current PA, the delivery isn't the prettiest. However, if you look at PA's doing on an hourly perspective right now, 9 a.m., 8 a.m. gone. Okay, spike that out. I do believe that will allow price to move higher from now. Previous daily high, and you got that high from the left-hand side. Okay, so we'll see. However, entry-wise, nothing for myself on gold currently. NQ still showing shorts right now, respecting the highs. However, and this is a great example for you guys now. Yes, shorts can occur. Continuations, shorts. However, we haven't respected this low to the left yet. Or sorry, we haven't respected this low. And on top of that, we are trading within like a structured leg right now, right? High to low. High to low. So I do not take trades from these areas. So NQ is currently like in a no trading kind of condition currently for me right now. I'd want to see price above the highs if continuations are going to occur. We're going to have to wait and see what 10 a.m. does. So we have about 15 minutes. But it's still showing sells currently. Do I use any fundamental info? I do not. I don't look at fundamentals at all. It's just, in my opinion, doesn't help my edge, right? And my edge is purely technical analysis. Do I always start on the higher time frames? Always start on the higher time frames. Always, always, always. To get a good idea of where price could be heading to. Okay, and then I hop into the intraday. For myself, I trade New York, so I'll always ask myself, what did Asia do? What did London do? Where can I see New York heading to, right? And then, of course, I wait for my timings. I wait for price to price in at stock open at 10 a.m. if we have a news event, so I wait for all these things. Okay, but yes, I always start from the higher time frame. So important. I think we're almost at 300 viewers, guys. Let's go. W. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in on this Monday. Let's have a solid week. How many assets do you trade, Marco? I trade 3. NQ, YM, and gold. No entry today. No entry so far, but we'll see. We still have some times to wait for. You can see NQ is respecting this low right now. Difficult one. I don't want to be buying this thing right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I really don't be. I really don't want to be. Because we have taken all these highs from the left-hand side. I'm leaning more on a sell bias on the higher time frames. So, when that occurs, if a long does occur, it's not important for me. Right? It's not a move that I want to be in. It's not a move I want to participate in. Marco, does your strategy thrive in consolidation markets? My strategy thrives when there's, I guess you can say yes, in consolidation markets, because you got liquidity on the chart. I don't really like to trade like highly continuation kind of markets, right? When the higher time frames like exploding to the upside, or the higher time frames falling off to the downside. Those typically aren't my favorite conditions to be trading. Guys, I want to see what this thing does. Not even YM. I just want to see what NQ does the rest of the week. I really think the lows are on the cards. We got 4-hour close here, so take a look on the right-hand side. 11 minutes till 4-hour close. Okay, so then we're going to have a 4-hour high up here. Okay, once this candle closes, so we'll see. Which is basically, yeah, that's stock open high. That is stock open high. Your model, which you just explained, is appearing on 1 minute on NQ. Yeah, it's just, again, I don't speak from it from a pattern perspective, right? It's important to understand what I'm showing you guys, but don't just copy and paste it to your chart. There needs to be logic and reasoning, right? So yes, there could be a buy, and like I just said, there could be a buy presenting itself on NQ right now. However, if a buy does occur, it's just not really a move I really want to be participated in right now. I won't lie to you. W for ChartFanatics, W for ChartFanatics, always. ChartFanatics to the moon, guys. We got so much planned for you guys. There's literally so much coming. Free value city, literally so much free value for you guys. NQ coming long off the lows right now. I'm gonna clear my charts up a little bit here because we have a lot of drawings currently on this thing right now. Highs taken out at stock open. We come down and trap. And that's basically it right now. Gold, probably still going long. Yes, sir. Going long right now. Look at that, the timing here, though. You see how that bullish move doesn't occur until 9 a.m. opens up. Something to keep in mind. Marco, when will the giveaway be announced? Mods, what are our requirements for giveaways today? What do we need from chat? What do we need from the chat today? Do we need more likes? Because right now, I believe we're at 300 live viewers and 167 likes, guys. What is going on here? 160 likes, but we have 300 viewers. Come on, guys. Spam that like button. Get those thumbs up. Share the stream with the family, the brothers, the sisters, the moms, the dads, the dogs. Get the dogs to like this stream. All right, I know if my dog was watching this, my dog is downstairs, he'd like the stream too. 350 live viewers. More than 200 likes. You guys have heard it. Look at the mods. We need more than 200 likes. Oh, okay, we're above 200. Let's go. W. Bro, just talk, but no trade. Mr. Blanco, I am not going to trade just for your entertainment. I trade to make money. I don't trade for entertainment. We crossed 300 live viewers. We have crossed 300 live viewers. W, appreciate you. Appreciate every single one of you for tuning in on this fine Monday morning. Tyler, I agree this guy sucks. Yeah, I'm all talk, guys. I am all talk. Great work by Marco. If he's paid, he needs a raise. Yo, do I get a raise soon, ChartFanatics? Thanks for this opportunity of live trading. Always, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in. All love to you guys. Who's traded today? Anybody take any trades today? Talk to me. Talk to me. We are showing some bullish PN right now. Is gold exploding? Yeah, look at gold right now. Wow. Gold is moving. We're about to get that 4-hour close in about 7 minutes here. So look at that 4-hour close on gold. NQ, look at that. We have 4-hour high up here, which I'm going to have my eyes on. So if price can somehow trade above 4-hour high, I wouldn't be against framing a short and looking for that reversal model. However, I'd want to see liquidity built to the downside. So look, let's look what's happening right now. On the 1 minute perspective, look how we're leaving these lows. Okay, I need to see this occur. All right, because if we can come up and stab out 4-hour high, leave these lows intact, then we can possibly frame a short out. And we can full port our accounts and send it. Send the shorts. I'm kidding, don't full port the accounts, but maybe we can send the shorts. First question is, where's your strategy? All my links to my socials, guys, my Instagram, my Twitter, everything is in the description of this live stream. So if you guys want to follow me there, please go ahead and do that. It is going to be, again, it's in the description of the live stream. I trust you, Marco. I trust you, Mohammed. I longed NQ after 1 minute inverse. W. Let's go. I hope it plays out for you, bro. I see possible opportunity to the upside. However, not my favorite. Your dog made $1,000 TP on gold on made $1,000 TP on gold today. That's $1,000 more than my dog. Question, Marco, do you trade session liquidities or daily liquidities? I do not trade session liquidity. I do not trade session highs and lows. Not really, doesn't really hold too much importance to me in my opinion. But again, that's just for myself, guys. Yes, sir. Mods are saying like that stream. Guys, we are so close to the requirement for giveaways. We need like 20 more viewers, not even. 20 more viewers and we're going to be giving away free accounts. Subscriptions to TradeZella. All you got to do is like the stream. That's literally it. Gold back at the highs. Nothing too pretty. But eyes are on NQ right now. We are building to the lows. 4-hour closes coming in 5 minutes. How much average tick do I target? So Vivek, there's not an average amount of ticks. Whatever my target is. So sometimes my target is 50, 100, 300. It all depends. The chart will always tell me my target. So I don't just target a specific amount of ticks or points. The chart will tell me where to target, always. Specific highs or specific lows. Marco, did you take any trades today? I have not taken a single trade this week yet. No trades for myself yet. I'm coming off the back of a solid week last week. I had 2 payouts last week as well. So W for that. Made a small profit of 50 USD on liquidity concepts you explained. Let's go, MK. That's only the beginning. Keep studying. Keep applying. Consistency is key. World Info. I don't use any of those concepts. Do you ever trade German 30? I do not. I know, and this is because I've looked at it recently because of a friend. A friend sent me some charts. It does move quite clean. I'm not going to lie to you. However, I don't trade it. Maybe I will in the future. I don't know. But I do not trade it right now. Hey Marco, isn't NQ forming a 4-hour bull flag? Why is my bias? No, my bias isn't to the downside right now. So when we were trading before stock open, right? I talked about these highs here. We sold off, or sorry, we went bullish, took the highs, and then we came down and trapped the sellers. So that's done, right? That's done now. That setup is completed. That idea is completed. Marco, I did 3R on NQ bearish move after sweep of liquidity at market open with your concepts. Let's go, Victor. WWW. Congratulations, bro. 3R is solid. 3 times your risk is so solid. We are going to come back up for stock high here. We have 2.5 minutes till 10 a.m. How many trades do I take per week? It's hard to give you a weekly perspective of how many trades I take. I'll always give it on per month. Probably 8 to 12, I'd say, per month. Guys, and this is for the newer people in here. I know for the people that yield a little more experience in trading, the less you trade, the more profit you'll make, the better you'll perform. I promise you. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Excuse me while I eat some of my breakfast right now. I am starving over here. I had my coffee, but I have an empty stomach right now. Previous daily high, guys, is not out of the question, honestly. It really isn't. We spoke about that, right? This could be just a higher time frame pullback right now. Then we can come up and spike that high, which we can possibly see. However, even if we were to run bullish, there is no type of entry for me to take yet, per my system. And that's fine. We'll see. Daily high is not out of the question, though. Gold. Blah, nothing. Just stuck at the high right now. So go bullish on full margin. Guys, I am not confident in anything right now. The thing is, guys, and I know you, listen, you guys will notice this the more you watch me trade. If I'm actively looking for a setup, if I'm actively on the charts right now and like waiting for an entry, that's because I'm very, very sure on my direction. When I'm 50-50, when I'm not so sure, guys, I just monitor the charts and I don't care. I'm not forcing myself to take an entry. And again, you guys will notice this the longer you watch me trade. If I am actively looking for an entry, that's because I am very sure on direction. I am extremely confident. Okay? If I'm not actively looking for an entry, okay, maybe I'm calling some direction out, but I'm not actively looking for an entry, I am not too sure on where price is heading. And that's completely fine. My edge isn't in play. My system isn't in play. That's it. 4-hour has closed up. When do you feel confident? Guys, I feel confident when my edge is in play. When I have a setup in front of me. That's when I feel confident. And I'll tell you guys when that is, so don't worry. I'm choking on my food over here. All right. For this 30-minute candle, 9:30 to 10 a.m. We have spiked out a high to the left, which is nice to see. This thing can short. Definitely possible. So, I'm going to frame something out for you guys. We have lows intact. Okay? If we come down, and this is my continuation kind of perspective right now. If we can come down to the lows, build some liquidity on the way down, respect the lows. Okay? So, remember what the bullish example I was drawing you guys before? This is a bearish example now. If I am bearish and lows are getting respected, there is a possible continuation available. $350 live viewers activates the guys. The boss man has spoken. Mr. Riz has spoken. 350. I think we're like literally just there as well, guys. We need a couple more viewers, and we're gonna be giving away some free accounts in chat. WWW. Spam that like button. We got some giveaways coming your way. This is awesome. Let's go. Get the word out. Share the stream. We need like a couple more viewers, and we're giving away free accounts. What else do I engage in outside of trading? Outside of the charts? I run a lot. I go to the gym a lot. I'm keeping myself busy a lot of the time. I think that's important, right? You just don't want to sit at your computer and stare at the charts all day. You'll drive yourself insane. You'll start taking stupid trades. It's just not necessary, guys. Remember the main focus here. The reason why you started trading in the beginning. It's to give yourself more freedom, more time to do things you want to do, right? So if you're always trading 24/7, you're just contradicting that whole idea from the beginning. I would not change my daily bias based on what the price action does on an intraday basis. That's completely fine, Amit. Mohammed, I'm not trading any Forex right now. So usually like last week I was analyzing Forex when the markets were slow, but I'm interested to see what NQ does right now. So I'm just going to wait on NQ. Marco, do you trade prop firm or personal? So I moved to futures a couple months ago. I transitioned from the Forex space to the future space. So as of right now, I only trade prop firms. So I'm funded with a few firms. And eventually, though, I'm going to load up some personals for sure and toss it on the trade copier. And I think we hit 350 live viewers. W's in the chat. Let's go. That means we're going to be giving away some accounts. Let's go. W, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Again, the likes don't only help us, but the likes help you guys. Now, Riz and the other guys are going to be giving away free accounts. So keep an eye out for chat. I believe the moderators are going to be posting their winners. Boss man, give me my TradeZella candy. Listen, whoever wins the TradeZella subscription, you guys are a lucky person. My favorite tool when it comes to trading. Gold exploding to the upside. Keep an eye on these highs. W's, yo, look at all the W's in chat. Let's go. Marco, do you have other streams of income aside from trading? Of course I do. Yes, sir. I do. ChartFanatics on top. W, ChartFanatics are always on top. This is only the beginning too. Yo, we have so much coming to you guys. The only thing you guys have to do is show up and like the stream. That's all you gotta do. And we'll be giving away stuff consistently. Please trade in crypto. I do not day trade crypto, bro. I do not day trade crypto. Sometimes I'll look at it from a longer perspective. We talked about it the last time I was on the stream. I've only ever had one Ethereum trade. It wasn't like a day trade. Like, I held it for months. And that's been my only trade ever. The best trading channel, W, guys. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in today. I think today might be a record. It might be a record. 350 live viewers right now, I believe. Which is friggin' awesome. It's mind-blowing. Been here since day one. Definitely deserve to win. Let's go. I'm hoping. I'm hoping you guys can can win these giveaways. Keep an eye on chat. Keep an eye on chat. Let me see what the... Let's go. I think, yeah, keep an eye on chat, guys. Anyone spamming asking for the giveaway will be automatically disqualified. I agree. No spamming. No need for that. If you guys are in the stream, if you guys like the stream, you guys have been entered into the giveaway. So all you got to do, it literally is like the stream. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. And you're entered in. So it doesn't matter what you type though, right? There's no begging. Don't do none of that. It's all randomly generated. Does your strategy work for crypto? Yes, I would say so. I'm not very experienced in crypto, so I don't want to speak too much on it. But from the time I put into the charts on crypto, yes, it works. I only look at the future chart. Akash, apologies, guys. I'm just eating some of my breakfast right now. Mark, do an analysis on gold. I've already said multiple times, gold should run to this high on the left-hand side. So this high was printed Wednesday, August 13th. That is my idea on gold right now. All right. I mean, listen, we're above highs. If the higher time frame is going to short, shorts have probably started occurring, guys, in these areas up here. However, if the shorts don't prevail and we go long, my mouse is not agreeing with me, and we go long, previous daily high. So we'll have to take it minute by minute here, and we'll analyze price action. If a nice confirmation comes around, screw it. We'll ride this short down. We have 4-hour low intact. I believe the higher time frame can run bearish possibly. Marco, how do you handle a losing streak? It's tough mentally sometimes, right? Like, it's not fun losing trades over and over and over, but all you can do is journal, review why you're losing. Maybe you're making an analysis mistake, or maybe a mental mistake. And if not that, trust your strategy. Trust that it works over a long period of time, right? There's going to be times maybe you lose 1, 2, 3, 4 trades in a row, but keep that long-term vision in check. So important. So important. And let the numbers do the work for you. Can the strategy work with liquidity? The whole strategy is based off liquidity. So no would be the answer to that. All right, guys, getting a reaction on NQ right here now. I'm not really convinced of an entry as of yet. We're starting to get these 1-minute closures, which is, it's good to see. I could scale some risk possibly. I have an area of interest in the left-hand side over here. We'll wait and see, guys. I'm going to be actively keeping an eye on NQ right now, on the lower time frames. If we can start breaking down and we show me, and price shows me like a confirmation type entry, we'll take it. With all strategies on ChartFanatics, how would you suggest we choose the best one? There is no best strategy. Maybe some strategies resonate more with you than someone else. So my best advice would be go to the ChartFanatics channel, watch and soak in all this value because there's value everywhere there, and see what strategy resonates with you. See what makes the most sense. That's it. They all work. They have to understand all these strategies are on that channel for a reason, right? They work. And people have made good money with them. So there's not a best strategy. Apologies, guys, if I'm not getting to your question here. I'm trying to keep up with the charts and chat as much as possible. And it's a difficult task sometimes. What is your possible stop loss? I don't have a stop loss right now. If I don't have an entry, I don't have a stop loss. Face says, can you explain your strategy while looking at the chart? We have a 2-hour video on the ChartFanatics channel. If the mods can link the video in the chat. If you guys haven't watched it yet, be sure to watch it. It's a 2-hour long video talking about how I trade. Literally 2 hours long. D Simpson says, are you Mr. Clean? I'm sure you've been watching Tyler's stream recently. All right, guys, we're watching. Let's wait for NQ right now. Let's wait. Let's wait and see what we get. Kazi says, why, Marco, all the professional traders are profitable, then why create their paid communities? That's another form of income. Why wouldn't they? Some people don't like to do it. Some people do. All the power to them. It's up to them. Marco, what's your risk management plan for a day or let's say a week? If I'm trading funded accounts, I'm a little more loose on challenges. So right now I actually have quite a few challenges on this copier right now because I'm looking to add to my portfolio. So I'm a little more loose on risk. However, if I'm trading fundeds, I risk anywhere in between 0.5% to 1%. And that's just what I'm comfortable doing. It's what's worked for me. It's how I've been making my money in the futures market. And I stick to that. Gold going long. Big 4-hour close. Big engulfing to the upside. Mohammed says, Marco, when will you come on live tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm on at the same time. So every single time I'm live, guys, it's always going to be 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That never changes. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, this is a great question. And I actually appreciate you asking this. Marco, in trading, I know journaling is very important, but can you explain what information to import? Okay, so collecting data, that's very important. Okay, so I'll start with the technical perspective of journaling. Journal the time of day you're taking entries, the asset you're trading. Okay, was it a long? Was it a short? What day of the week? What was the result of the trade? Did you manage it properly? Right? Maybe you mismanaged it. Why did you mismanage the trade? Okay, and then a very underrated component to your journal should be your emotions. How did you feel before you entered? How did you feel during the trade? Okay, did it go into profit really quick and you got highly emotional and then maybe you mismanaged it? Okay? And then, of course, at the very end of the trade, after the result is seen, whether it's a win or a loss, how do you feel after the trade? All these things are very important because you're collecting data, right? Maybe Mondays are not a profitable day for you. Why? Why is Monday not a profitable day? Maybe it's because you just came off the weekend. It's a new week. You're eager to get a win. You're eager to take a trade, and you force a setup. Okay? So maybe you avoid Mondays for a little bit. Okay? Maybe Monday is not a trading day for you. I know on the flip side, on Fridays, it's the end of the week, right? The weekends are coming. So people are more eager to take a trade maybe. So maybe on Friday, they're forcing trades because they know, okay, it's the weekend. I'm not going to trade till Monday. Like, and I want to win. I want to take a trade before the weekend's closed, or so the week is closed. So maybe Friday you're not a profitable trader, or your data says that you lose too much. So these are all things you want to look for. That's why journaling is so important, guys. I'm guilty of this. I neglected journaling for too long in my learning stages. The best thing about TradeZella, it does everything for you. Everything for you. Right now, price is trading in this area. We'll see how we react from it. I journal on Notion every day. W. So important, guys. Some of the best guys, some of these traders around the world, the best traders in the world that trade millions of dollars on a daily basis, still journal to this day. Ask yourself why. Why? It's necessary. It's so important. TradeZella, one of the best tools for trading. Hands down, the best tool for trading. The best tool. Yeah, I get it. Thank you for answering my question, Marco, sir, and great advice. No worries at all, bro. That was a great question. I appreciate that question. Journaling, so important. I hope everyone in this stream today realizes that one day that journaling is so important. All right, guys, we're starting to show rejection in this area. 15 minute just closed. Look how we spiked out that previous 15 minute high. 5 minute showing rejection. You know, it's unfortunate. If I was sure on my direction, guys, I would be actively looking for this entry right now. I just need to be convinced of more PA, unfortunately. Congrats to the winners. Oh my god, I missed it. The giveaways happened already. Congratulations to Trader-ish. You have won a 3-month TradeZella subscription. W. Enjoy that. That is my favorite giveaway in my opinion. Mr. Father, help you explain why liquidity is... Listen, I could go on a 2-hour rant about liquidity, and that's exactly what I did in the ChartFanatics video. So, if you have not watched that, please go watch that. It's hard for me to just talk about liquidity in a live stream when I'm trying to trade actively and stuff like that. I'm not avoiding it. It's just, it's hard to discuss all that so quick, and it's such a broad question. So, my best advice is go onto the ChartFanatics YouTube. Watch that 2-hour video. If you've already done that, my playbook is on the website. There's so much content out there for you guys. Callan says, watching Marco and Abid double wins. That is a W. Massive W. Need to win the giveaway once in my life. You will sooner or later, brother. You will. Just keep showing up, guys. on a daily basis. That's it. And liking the stream. You like the stream, you're entered into the giveaway. You have a chance to win free challenges or free subscriptions to TradeZella. W. Guys, I'm seeing this question over and over and over about how to identify a valid liquidity block. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. A sweep of liquidity. A low that has taken out a previous low and moved away. A high that has taken out a previous high, moved away. There is no secret sauce here. TradeZella is the best giveaway. TradeZella is a solid giveaway. And then, of course, when you guys need funding, there is more than enough challenge giveaways happening as well. And then if you guys don't win the giveaways, use the discounts. I cannot preach that enough. If there is a current discount running, use it to your advantage. Save money. Why not? Yeah, but I just want to take this time again to say, you guys, I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in today. It means a lot. It does. It truly does. Seeing over 300 people hang out with me, trade live. Well, I don't want to really say trade live because we haven't taken a trade today, but still, hang out with me. It's solid. I love to see it. Gold had a buying opportunity before New York. I don't know. Like I don't. And listen, guys, if there was something really nice, something really clean, I would have showed you guys because I would have showed you guys the opportunity. But I don't love nothing. I don't love nothing. I will be here waiting for you tomorrow. Let's go, Mohammed. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. Truly do. That's a W. $500 members soon for sure. Let's go. I'm looking forward to the day. I'm still thankful for, even when we are on our first stream, we had like over 200, which was crazy. Now we're almost at 3. We had 350 today. So awesome, man. So awesome. I appreciate all of you guys. Have we broken the record yet? I need confirmation from the mods. Mods, did we break our viewer record today? I'm not sure if we did. Please, someone let me know. Faris says, do I think London High is going to get busted? I believe you're talking about NQ. Possible. Possible. Please, Marco, what advice do you have for someone transitioning from Forex to futures? You just want to get used to, so you're no longer going to be using lots, right? So on Forex, you guys use 1 lot, 2 lot, 3 lot, etc. And you can even cut those lots in half. Now, futures is a little bit different. You're going to be using contracts, right? Still the same idea, right? That holds the importance of how much risk you're going to be putting on the trade. However, then you have micros. You have the minis. So my best advice is, if you are new to futures, literally, guys, just there's so much value out there. Go on YouTube. Go on Google. Use ChatGPT. Literally ask ChatGPT, what is the difference between futures and Forex? For myself, I didn't find it hard to transition at all. So I know for anybody else out there that wants to switch from Forex to futures, it will not be a difficult task. I can promise you that. But even if you go on YouTube, and YouTube a video of futures for beginners, the futures market for beginners, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of videos. Bro, I get really nervous after a news day like Friday. How can I analyze the price after such a big moves? Raj, that's a good question. You don't need to get in a trade after big moves occur. Okay? Even for myself, it's the first thing I spoke about when I hopped on today with you guys. Look at this move we had on Friday. It's almost guaranteed, not all the time, but it's almost guaranteed that the following day will be like this. Look at this. Look, right? This happens because this big move we had on Friday. And it's just a natural reoccurring cycle of the market having a big move, building more liquidity, and then maybe another move occurs. Okay? And then maybe the same cycle, building more liquidity, and then another move occurs. So happens over and over and over and over and over. I typically don't trade. So again, we had a big move Friday. So I'm going to be stepping carefully today on Monday because I understand that we had a big move to end the week last week. And that's just me understanding low probability conditions versus high probability conditions. And that right there is so powerful. But again, a lot of people won't listen to me because they want to trade every single day. And that's unfortunate. Marco, do you play PC games like Call of Duty? Man, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty back in my day. I used to play a shit ton of Call of Duty back in my day. And I promise you, there's not a lot of people in this chat that were probably better than me. I was a nerd at Call of Duty. An absolute nerd. Marco, curious on days like these, how long do you stay rather than just walking away knowing? So I'm hanging out with you guys right now. I'm hanging out with you guys until 11. However, if I wasn't, I probably would have shut down the charts by now, to be honest. Again, like I was just talking about how Friday, big move. Monday, probably going to be rangy and slow. I step carefully like that. And I understand things beforehand. And I trust that. I think we can't hold futures overnight. No, you cannot. Unless you're trading a personal account. Unless you are trading a personal account. Marco, is it true that there's a lot of manipulation on the Forex markets? Yes, sir. There is lots. Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2. That's the OG. Back in the day. Used to play that a lot. Marco, what are your hobbies that you do when you are not trading? If you guys haven't already heard, I run. And I run a lot. So that is a big hobby of mine. Running. Fitness as a whole is a hobby of mine. I'm in the gym a lot. If I'm not in the gym, I'm running. Vice versa. If I'm not running, I'm at the gym. I spend a lot of... There's sometimes I'm working out 3 times in a day. I'll run, I'll lift weights, and I'll cross-train. It all depends on what day of the week it is. But I spend a lot of my time on fitness. For sure. I love it. It's a recent love I've discovered. Marco, is there no opportunity? No opportunity for me right now. I don't see nothing. We'll continue to hang around and wait and see. It's not to say that NQ can't sell from here. But, again, just waiting. I don't like there's no point for me to trade when I'm feeling 50-50 on direction and feeling 50-50 on where price needs to be heading. There's just no point. Marco fib settings. I don't use the fib, to be honest. This is just up here, and that's all it looks like. I don't use it, though. I do not use it. Gold reversing. Yeah, a little bit of a move on gold right now. Let's see. The hourly closed up in 30 minutes here. So we have taken out these highs and we're showing a rejection. However, I mean, guys, look at the price action we have in front of us right now. Is this really price action you want to be trading? You want to ask yourself that? Hell no for myself. Promise says, Marco, you don't always trade in live. Okay, you have to understand the definition of this. I will hop on the charts and monitor price action live, but yes, it does not mean I'm always trading live, for sure. And I hope you guys understand that. Like, this is something I'll be preaching to you guys. You have to understand that. Even Tyler talks about this, right? He talked about it on his most recent stream. The less Tyler trades, the more money he makes. The less I trade, the more money I make, right? Let's say, for example, last week, Monday, Tuesday, I didn't take a trade Monday and Tuesday. Okay, but if I was if I didn't follow my system and I started forcing trades on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday came along, had a beautiful setup for myself. I made $6,000 on Wednesday. However, if I didn't stay patient Monday and Tuesday, then would I have saw that $6,000 on Wednesday? Probably not. Okay? NQ to go higher, but waiting for Trump to speak. Is Trump supposed to speak today? I don't see Trump supposed to speak. Maybe it's not on my end, though. I don't know. How can Americans 9-to-5 employees trade? And so that's a good question. For myself, guys, when I was in my learning phase and I was trading at the same time, I used to be a plumber. So I used to be in the union and I was a plumber back in my day. So what I was doing was I was trading in the mornings, and then the afternoons, evenings, and night, I was working to make sure I can make money from my bills. And that's how I got it done. Okay, so I trade in the morning from New York Open till lunchtime, whatever it was. After I had lunch, I'd head out of the house and I would work the rest of the day. Okay, and that's what it takes, especially at the beginning, guys. A lot of sacrifice. Like, you guys have no idea. Unless, obviously, you have seen some sort of success in trading, you guys have an idea. Sir Marco, on average, how many trades you take per month? I'll say 8 to 12. What is your biggest challenge as a beginner trader? I feel like being able to stay consistent, because a beginner trader isn't seeing results. So it's hard for someone to continue having that drive if they don't have results. Right? You see what I mean? In my journal, the lower or high of the week makes Monday or Tuesday 70%. Interesting. Interesting. It's possible. I've heard, I don't really look too much into it, but I've heard something similar. Chart choppy now? Chart is choppy. Nothing too pretty. Sir, when did you feel successful? I mean, okay, successful as a whole, once I started being able to help my family whenever I could, or just treat them whenever I could, taking them out for dinners, stuff like that. That is the definition of true success, in my opinion. And then, of course, having freedom, being able to do what I want to do on a daily basis. Right? If I want to get up and go to the gym at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday, I can do that. I think freedom is the most important thing for me, right? Because you got to think about it, guys. Time is the one thing you cannot get back in this life. Money comes and goes, but time is the one thing that you can't get back in this life. So, in order for you to have more freedom, you need more money, right? The more money you have, the more freedom you have, and that's the way I look at it. What do you think a good duration to pass a two-phase challenges? It all depends, bro. It all depends what kind of risk tolerance you have, if you have passed challenges in the past. So for myself, I typically use more risk than the average person because I know that I can make money in trading, so I don't waste too much time on the challenges. And that's, again, that's for me. How old are you, Marco? I am 29. Don't tell anybody that. Yes, uncharted territory. Marco, first time I passed my funded account. Now I want to know what advice you give me as a first funded trader. Do not rush the process. A lot of people, they take so long to pass their first challenges. They get their funded account and they immediately start trading their funded account. In my opinion, big mistake. Big mistake. If you've passed one challenge and sure, that's great. You have a funded account now. Get more funded accounts. Get 2, get 3, get 4. Build more experience. Do not rush the process, guys. 1% better every single day. That is it. You do not look 29. I hope that's a compliment. Honey says, you just said that is very important for me. Also, freedom. Freedom is so important. I agree. I definitely agree. Sir Marco, did you ever have time in your training that you felt burnt out and you took a break? I'm not going to lie. I never actually took a proper break from trading. And I don't know. I'm still yet to find out if that's a bad thing. But I can tell you confidently for the last 4 years maybe, I have never taken like a full week off of trading. Okay, maybe I didn't take a trade for a week. Well, of course, actually, there's lots of times where I didn't take a trade for a week. But I was consistently monitoring the markets, updating myself. Whether that like I came back to the charts of the day and I reviewed everything. Okay, but I don't think I've ever taken a week off of trading fully in the last 4 years. Is that necessary? Probably not. A rest is no harm. But I don't know, man. That's what I do. I love trading. I love what I do. Monday and Friday equals no trade in my journal. There you go. I'm glad you've realized that. And that's, again, the reason why you realize that is because you journal. So that's awesome. How can you avoid the loss in your strategy? Losses come with any strategy. Unfortunately, there is no strategy out there that is 100%. I wish there was. I'd be trading it. But you're going to take a loss in any strategy you take, in any strategy you trade. And that is a given. There's no avoiding losses. That is all part of the game. The sooner you can accept and the sooner you can become a good loser, the more progress you'll see in trading. Trading is very addictive. I mean, I don't want you to use the word addictive because then you kind of have that gambling perspective. And you don't want to have that gambling perspective. You don't need to trade. However, I do love trading as a whole. What it's done for me, how it's changed me, because I can confidently say it's made me a better person. But yeah, I wouldn't use the word addicting. So the only time I stop watching my trade, hardcore medic, is if I've taken partials or I've rolled it. So like I've managed my position. Can you start doing vlogs? Oh man, that's something I thought about. I want to start doing some sort of vlogs, something for the Instagram. We'll cook something up. I was talking to the wifey about this and it was her idea as well. And also Riz is telling me to do it. So it's something I definitely got to get on. We'll see in the near future. We will see. Vlog, there you go. You see the wifey? She says vlogs coming soon. Oh man. You went long, guys. Pray for you. Hey man, if your system's in play, take the trade. See the result occur. If it's a loss, that's fine. If it's a win, great. You move on to the next one after. That's it. That's the perspective you have to have. Don't have that. I don't care about the result perspective. Okay. I don't really. It's hard to use the word care sometimes because of course you want to care about the quality of your trading. However, don't focus on the result of a single trade. Focus on the result of a handful of trades. 10, 15, 20. Are you profitable after 15 or 20 trades? If you are, you're doing something great. Continue with it. Your wifey is cute though. Wait a second. Listen, I'm only allowed to call my wife cute. I'm playing. Well, actually, no, I'm not playing. I'm only allowed to call my wife cute. I really focus to learn from this live. I learned a lot from your strategy, but I don't have the capital to trade. We are in a time, guys, where, in my opinion, it couldn't be easier to make money from trading. What do I mean by that? We have access to capital from all of these firms. Okay, if you do not have capital, if you don't have money in your bank, first of all, to be honest, you really shouldn't be trading. Okay, you want to build equity in yourself first. Build equity in those bank accounts before you look to trade. But yeah, if you don't have a lot of money and you can't trade personal accounts, guys, prop firms. The best tool out there. You can buy challenges right now. If you go buy an Apex challenge, there's like 80% discount. I don't even know how much is an account right now. If you go buy a 50K account with the discount, what is it? 20, 30, 40 bucks for $50,000 of capital? I'm telling you guys, I remember when I started trading, I only used to trade a personal account because prop firms weren't really big yet, as big as they are now. And it was so different. And to be honest with you, I was making decent money, but it was so different. I was trading like $1, $2, $3, $4, $5,000 in a personal account. That's it. Your wife must be a great support system, Marco. Nice one there. I have the most amazing woman in my life. 100%. I am incredibly blessed to have someone like her in my life, supporting me through everything I do. Not just my work, not just through my business, through my fitness, my running. Guys, you understand, this girl will wake up on a Sunday morning at 6 a.m. A Sunday morning at 6 a.m. I'll go out for a 20K run and she'll bike beside me for all 20 kilometers. Okay? I'll never take that for granted. I already know how lucky I am. I agree 100%. 100%. How do you deal with FOMO or revenge trading? I don't. I don't care about FOMO. I don't care about revenge trading. Those are toxic trading behaviors you guys need to cut out. Congratulations to Andres for winning a funded next challenge. W! Let's go! Giveaways, yo. I love to see that shit. Let's go. Look in the chat and we see giveaways happening. Free stuff for the community. How long have I been trading? I've been trading for... okay, I've been active. I've been learning. I've been involved in trading for like 5 years now. It's 2020... It's 2025, almost end of 2025. So yeah, I want to say around 5 years. However, I have not been trading the way I trade now for 5 years. So I traded a lot of like support and resistance concepts before. Didn't find a lot of consistency. So, yes. Marco, can you take a loss? Would you stop trading for the day? It all depends. So there's a lot of times, and there's going to be times in the future, guys, when I'm really, really sure on my direction. However, I'm early. I take an entry, and it's incorrect. It's wrong. I'm early to the... I'm early to find that entry. But I'll still look for another one, and that's fine, because I'm still sure on the direction. Sometimes I'm early, right? The entry comes a little early. I take it. I'm wrong. But then another entry comes around, and I take another one. And that's fine. Marco, what is more important in trading, an edge or good psychology? Man, I think they both hold very important roles for success and longevity in trading. So it's hard for me to choose one. I think, man, they're both so important. You need an edge. You need to have a solid control of your emotions and your psychology. It's hard to choose one. Which prop firm is the best? I don't think there's a best. There is a lot of options out there. So for example, you got Apex. Guys, the scalability with Apex is actually incredible. Okay, you can trade 20 accounts at once. Do you realize how much capital that is? If you guys have not looked at their socials, some people are doing like 40, 50, 60, over $100,000 in a payout. And then you have people like Kane or Kyle doing multi-million dollar payouts. What kind of scale? What other firms offer this? And then on the CFD side, you got Funded Next. Great option on the Forex side. Marco, I want to sign up with Interactive. Which plan do you recommend? It all depends, bro. Do your due diligence. It just depends what you're looking for. Can you show the color of your chart? I can show you the color of my chart. It's nothing too crazy. White candle, black, white bullish, black bearish, black borders, black wicks, and the canvas is just the first gray. I used to trade white, but the white is very bright, man. Maybe it's ruining my eyes. I'm not sure. So now I just go to the first gray. That's it. I think it looks clean. It's easy on the eye. Multi-million-dollar payouts, man. I'm telling you. Jade Cap is your mentor. Jade Cap is a brother. He's a great guy. I've had some solid chats with him. Such a genuine dude. Such a genuine dude. All love to Jade Cap, man. And he's an inspiration for a lot of people, even for myself, right? Like, Eventually, I want to run up an Apex challenge where I get 20 accounts and try to run them up. So stay tuned. Maybe it's something we're going to do together in the future. To trade options? I'm not too sure, bro. I don't trade options, so I have no idea. I'm not the person to ask when it comes to trading options. What's my pre-trading routine? I feel like it's different every morning, meaning sometimes I'm running before I trade, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm in the gym before I trade, sometimes I'm not. I'm always making sure I'm up a decent amount of time before I'm trading. So let's say I'm hopping on the computer at 9 a.m. I need to be up minimum at 8 a.m., an hour before I start working. Okay, because you just want to clear the head, get some water inside you, wash your face, go for a walk, whatever it is. But you want to give yourself time before. You don't want to just drag yourself out of bed and hop on the computer. There is no professionalism in that. What do I think of NQ at the moment? I don't think anything of it, to be honest with you. Nothing pretty. You have to understand, guys, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, but if there's not a setup in front of me, there's no point to even try and do my head in and try and figure out where it wants to go. Because there is no point. There is no point. If there's no setup, I don't have a good sense of direction. That means there's no point for me to looking for entries or try to figure out where it wants to go. Do I trade challenge accounts the same way as fundeds? I do not. I trade challenges a little more aggressively, and that's because I know that I'm profitable. So I don't like to waste too much time on challenges. So I'll risk anywhere between like 1-2%. Okay, but then of course I trade my fundeds properly. I don't want to say properly because that means I'm saying I don't trade the challenges properly. I trade the challenges properly. I just up my risk. That's it. Every time you get here late, when do you start this live? We start the live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 a.m. New York time, if that makes it easy for you guys. No, you cannot trade Forex on Apex. Apex is a futures firm. If you want to trade Forex, I recommend using... Oh, it's not there right now. Funded Next. Use code CF for your best discounts always. Marco, what keeps you moving every day? So, like, are you asking, like, what is my purpose? I guess you could say my purpose is my family. Helping my family is my purpose. I feel like there's no better feeling than helping your family, right? Whether that's helping them financially or whatever it is, but that's my main purpose is my family. Still no entry, Andley. I do not trade. I'll show up every day, but I don't take a trade every single day. And I'll tell you why. If I look to take a trade every single day, I won't make money. And I like making money. I like making money in trading. I hopped into trading. I kind of answered this question already, but I hopped into trading for time and freedom. I didn't want to work for anybody else. Honestly, my main reason, I remember when I was working in plumbing, guys, there was one day and it like hit me. And I was like, it does not matter how hard I work or how long I work. I'm only going to make X amount of dollars every year because I'm making a certain amount of money per hour and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, like, it doesn't make any sense. Because like if I want to work really, really hard, I'm not going to make any more money than what I'm making right now. And that really screwed with my head. So that was a big kind of wake-up call, I guess you could say, for me. Tomorrow we will get trades, guys. I mean, maybe. We'll see. That's the thing, guys. You have to understand is we show up every single day. Every single day. It does not mean we're going to be taking trades every single day, but we show up every single day. There has been and I'm guilty of this in the past, guys. Listen to this. There's been times where I'm like, Monday and Tuesday, I don't see a setup. Then I feel like unmotivated and stuff. Wednesday, I don't show up. All of a sudden, Wednesday, there's a beautiful trade opportunity. And I was like, oh my God. The one day I don't show up, there was a beautiful trade. Tyler says, no trades for me today at all. Done for the day. There you go. W, Tyler. Honestly, bro, even showing up, hopping on the computer early in the morning, I could tell nothing was going to be too pretty. Look at the move we had on Friday, guys. Please, look at the move we had on Friday. For us to get such another crazy move the following day, it very, very rarely happens. Work smarter, not harder. W. We are reaching near short entry between 23,589 and 609. Well, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't have a good idea. I still think, like I said to you guys before at the beginning of the call, previous daily high isn't out of the question, in my opinion. Oh, we had another giveaway. I just missed it. Daver, you have won a funded next challenge. Please DM ChartFanatics Live W. Let's go, guys. Congratulations to all the winners today. And listen, I know we've some of you guys have left the stream now, but I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in today. I always enjoy myself. I love answering questions. I love helping. I love providing as much value as possible. I've been in the position you guys are in now. I've literally been there, guys. I know how it feels. I know the frustration. I know the highs. I know the lows. I know the times you're like, man, when is this shit gonna work? When am I gonna start pulling money out of this friggin' market? I know that feeling. I've been there. Your views on YM, it's probably in the same kind of situation. I would steer clear. I would steer clear. Big ass move. And then if you look at the 4 hour, like we've ran 4 hour low, 4 hour highs left intact. So my 10 a.m. kind of model, my 10 a.m. idea isn't really playing out. 10 a.m. big bearish candle right now. It's just screaming, stay on the sidelines. There's nothing of interest for me, guys. Nothing. Gold continuing up. Gold is probably going to hit those highs. However, no thank you. Who would you watch back in the day? Sorry, bro. I don't like who would I watch what? Trading wise? Can we take the trade with you whenever you are taking? Of course. 100%. I took a trade last week. Wait, was it last week? It was my first stream with you guys. I took a gold long. I'm still 1 for 1. But we haven't traded too much, I'm not gonna lie. And these conditions aren't nice right now. So, man, it is what it is. But yeah, of course, you guys can take trades I take. However, manage your risk, please. Because understand that I'm not a fortune teller. There's gonna be times I lose trades. So I don't want you risking your whole account on a single trade. Manage your risk accordingly. Please, please, please. You're consistent for some time now. What is the main thing you still work on most today? Good question. Great question. My risk tolerance. I'm trying to scale my risk more and more and more. Trying to build that comfortability to risk more bigger numbers, you could say. That's one thing I've always struggled with, especially in my learning phase, was upping my risk. Right? There was probably days where I was risking $20, then $50, $100, $250, $500. My most I'll risk is about $1,000. And even that, $1,000 is on the higher side for myself. Thank you, Marco, for being here. Of course. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in every single time I'm on. I see a lot of familiar faces, so I appreciate everybody. I really do. All right, guys, it's coming to that time. It is coming to that time. No opportunities today, and remember, please remember, that is no big deal. That is normal. This is trading for you. You do not need to trade every single day. Oh, I probably sound like a broken record to you guys, but yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I think we had one of the most highest viewer counts we've ever had today, so that's awesome to see. We had some good giveaways given out to the chat. good chats, good questions. I enjoyed myself today. Great start to the week in my opinion. Now it's time for me to go hit the gym. Stay consistent. I hope you guys are staying consistent and disciplined on your end as well. But yes, all love, guys. Again, I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in today. Tomorrow I am back on stream. So tomorrow, 9 a.m., nothing changes. I am back on stream tomorrow. All right? So without further ado, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 9 a.m. I appreciate all of you guys. Take it easy. Have a good day. Trade safe. Take care, guys.